Hi everybody. I have this feeling something is up with my camera, and I think you're seeing me sideways. But maybe not. Yep, you are. You're seeing me sideways. And I don't know why my phone just doesn't want to do it right. And now my volume is on my remote. It's all very weird. But I'm going to try to do this the right way, you guys, for you. I've tried turning my phone on and off, and I don't know what's going on. So I should be going this way. Hi. So, tell me if I'm right. I think you guys are seeing me sideways, like this should be the top. And I think you're seeing that is the top. So let me know if I'm right. So that would make it this way. Oh boy, I love when my phone acts stupid. So I'm going to assume that I have to do everything sideways today. As if I'm not weird enough, you guys. Now you're going to have to deal with me trying to do things sideways. So I am going to be using the Kindest Gnomes and the Kindest Gnomes dies. So this was yesterday's video. I am feeling better. I'm not 100%, but oh my gosh, yesterday was like, it was really bad. I couldn't get off my heating pad yesterday. I have days like that. It happens. But when it does, it's always a surprise, and it's quite painful. I have back issues, in case you're wondering. I've had back issues for over 20 years. So sometimes it just flares up. All right. So now that business is out of the way, I'm going to slide this over. My screen looks really dark. Can somebody tell me what you guys are seeing? Does it look dark to you? Does it look okay? I think I may have just cleared it. I think it might be all right. And now it looks right. So, hang on. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing. It's craziness. Okay. But this is my life, right? Oh, gosh. All right, I'll try and figure it out because we've got party week coming up. So I have to make sure I get that straightened out, right? All right, so I'm going to start with a piece of basic black cardstock, folded in half, of course. It's a regular half a sheet of cardstock, so it's cut at 5.5, and then when you fold it, it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. Okay, and then I have a piece of basic white for the inside of the card. And on the inside, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp this cute little guy from the stamp set. He always looks like he either is pushing his hat up so he can look at you, or he has a headache. I don't know which it is. So here we go. And now I have to do it sideways. So we will stamp him at the bottom there. There we go. I'm not seeing any comments, so I did ask a couple questions, but I didn't get any answers, so I don't know. So okay, now I'm just going to use some markers, and rather than color him in all the way, I'm going to just do what I used to do when I was a little girl with crayons. Is sometimes I would just outline. Did you guys ever do that? My older brother, when I was a little girl, taught me that with crayons, if you take the color and outline it like so, it's not looking as good as it does with crayons, just so you know, that the outline wax from the crayon would stop you when you wanted to color it in. Interesting, right? So I used to do that when I was little. I used to outline everything, and every now and then I would just leave it outlined, because why not? So I'm just gonna do his hat so you guys get the idea. You can finish coloring him with blends or whatever. I decided to use markers. I don't know why. I just did. So that would go on the inside. All right, so now for the outside, this is some more of that beautiful 48 sheet 12 by 12 paper that's the Hostess. It's a Hostess reward item. Oh shoot, I'm glad I didn't glue that down because he needed to go sideways. So, because this is a sideways card, landscape card. So forget that. I'll do it again later. Okay, so anyway, this is that fabulous DSP. So don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday, is the free shipping. And yes, shipping is slow right now. So they've already told us that if you place an order on Thursday, tomorrow, for the free shipping, $75 or more, and then you get free shipping, it will not ship until sometime the following week. So think about that when you're placing your order. And it includes everything except paper pumpkins. So you can go look at the regular kits, at the clearance items, you know, current products, things that, you know, there's still stuff available that is retiring and discounted from the mini catalog that is going away at the end of the month. So those are all things to think about. And you can tell your family to give you money, and these can be your Christmas gifts, and they'll just come after Christmas, most likely. So, all right, so now I am going to attach this piece because I think it looks like clouds. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. Whoops. Come on, glue. I left this glue bottle open on my desk, and I didn't come down here last night. I never leave my glue stuff open. I mean, you see me leave it open on videos, but as a rule, I clean up everything. Well, you know, when I was working down here on Monday, I didn't feel great. And I thought I would come back down and clean up, and I didn't, because I really didn't feel well. So, yeah. So I left this open for a while. So the fact that it's running at all is making me pretty happy. Have you guys ever done that? Have you ever gone upstairs and forgotten things and left like ink pads and stuff open? It's not a good idea, just FYI, to do that. So there, and now you see, whoops, now you see I have clouds and grass, right? So I have pre-cut out a few items. I've got a little gem there, and I have pre-cut out some pieces here for this little guy, and then for what is going to be a little girl. And you're looking at that going, how is that a little girl? Well, you just have to be patient and watch this fun technique. And then I've got a few stems in here, and their little noses. And I forget what this is for. Oh, I remember. Okay. And then I have this, which I should have attached first, but I forgot. So I'm going to fake it. I'm going to stamp "You Know Me So Well" in the bottom corner. And I know that I'm stamping sideways for you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't turn it. But there you go. Oops. Got something on my ink pad. All right, so now what I wanted to do with this was I want to cut it so it's in the corner. So because I made a mistake, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and just trim it by the edge of the card itself. So I'm going to hold it like that. Do I have it kind of straight? Kind of straight. Can't do this sideways, you guys. I'm sorry. So this will be sideways for you. So when you make a mistake like I did, because this should have been cut along the edge of the designer series paper, but if I got this pretty even, which it looks like I did, I can do that. And then I'm actually going to take, this is So Saffron, and this is a So Saffron marker. So this is the sun. So I'm going to give it a darker edge. Just, you know, I could take a blending brush and I could blend it out and, you know, give it whatever. but I just wanted a little bit of edge on it, not a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to glue that in the corner. Wait till you see how I make this little girl. Now, the reason I decided to do these, even though this is going away, is because the dies are carrying over to a really cute new gnome stamp set in the catalog. I did not buy it, but I wanted you to know about it. So the dies will cut out all these pieces, and they will match some of the new gnomes also. So that's a good thing. Lisa, you're so funny. You're right. There's just happy accidents. Okay, so I'm going to put my first little guy together, and I cut this out of the designer series paper. Same designer series paper, the hostess set. And I thought it looked like, if with this on it, it kind of made him look like a wizard, right? And then the stars. And yes, I did position it carefully so I could catch some of those things. And then his little beard. So for his beard, I wanted to have a little dimension. Again, not going to do it sideways for you. I have to do it where I can see, so I apologize for that. And there are lines in this die, like embossed places. So I am just following that, and I am using, I just made a mistake, soft suede. So we'll just fill that one in. And it's just giving his beard even more dimension. And if you don't try to do a video while you're doing this, you probably won't make the mistakes I made. See, I made one there too. But so just take your time and play. And the pen pretty much falls into the hole when you're not doing a video. When you're doing a video, you just lose your mind. That's just how it is. Maybe you guys don't, but I definitely do. Definitely. Okay, so there we go. So now I've given his beard a little bit more definition. Now, I don't know if you know this about these dies, and I'm hoping you guys can see it, but there's also indents here and where his nose goes. These indents are where his hat sits. So I am going to, and I'm not going to worry about the nose area because I'm going to put the nose on after the hat. So I just put a little bit right there, and then I can take his wizard's hat and line it up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm going to line it up with those little lines like so. Then I can put a little bit right here and put on his nose. And it fits right on the lines. So if you're gnomes, and I know gnomes are really big, it seems like they become really big every year around the holidays, but I think gnomes are big all the time, right? I mean, people put them in their yards for fun. They do all kinds of things. Now I'm going to give him little black feet to go with his whole I'm a wizard look. But I grabbed a white gel pen. This is not Stampin' Up. I think I got these from, it says silver, but it looks white. It doesn't really look silver. I think I got like 10 of them on Amazon or something. They'll probably dry out before I use them all. And on here, there are little stitch marks where he would have like shoelaces. So that, and I'm trying to see them because seeing it on black and my lighting is not good. What is the deal with that? Could be me because I'm on some pain meds. I can't see these. Hold on, I gotta pull it closer. Sorry, you guys. And I still don't think I'm seeing it right, but anyway, there we go. That one's not perfect, but then you know how I feel about perfection. All right. So now I'm just gonna put a little bit of adhesive on the back of his beard in a couple of places and set him right there. Right, like so. All right. So now I'm going to adhere him on here, and I'm just going to use my liquid glue. You guys, I'm not zooming in or anything because this is just so weird, this everything being sideways, that it's just, I'm just going to leave it. So we're going to put him right there, like so. Now we're going to make the little girl. So first I am going to grab, this is Calypso Coral, as is this, and I'm going to do the same thing with the hair on the little girl. But you will see, and again, I missed it. So weird. So you will see what I'm doing in just a minute. I think you guys are smart enough to figure it out, but so is everybody ready for the holidays? If you got all of your food, I know I don't. I still need to go to the store, which I probably won't do until Saturday after my class, but okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this center section because she's a little girl and she does not need to have a beard or a mustache. So I'm kind of going to follow along the line of this crease that I colored. And I'm going to go all the way up and I'm going to circle around, cutting off part of the nose section because I want it, like I said, no beard. And again, I'm going to follow around this one like so. And then I'm going to veer off a little bit so she has a fun curl going off this way. And there's her hair. Cute, right? So now here's where it becomes a little more tricky. I have a scrap of basic white, and I'm not sure if you can see, but this one was used for something with the double stitching, you know, like the framed, hi Susan, like the rectangular, stitch rectangulars, you know, they stitch where you cut out and they stitch outside the cutoff. So they positive and negative both get the stitch line. So this one has the stitch line. So I want that to be her t-shirt. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to adhere this very carefully onto her pants. Oh, wait, I don't want to do that yet. Wait, patience is a virtue. So you notice I have some white ones here because I'm going to give her sneakers. So I've got the Pacific Point, which matches this designer series paper. And on here, I can see the stitch lines pretty good. I think it's the dark that bothers me. And then I'm just going to make kind of a edge that makes it look like sneakers. Just freehanding them. Okay, so now I have sneakers for her. And I am going to then trim off the sneakers. Okay. I just wanted to have a little girl out of these dies, and I saw somebody else do this, and I thought that it was pretty smart. So I hope you guys like this idea because I just think it's super fun to give our little girl hair and sneakers. Because hello, there are women in the world, equal rights, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist, but I'm not a feminist. So I'm just a me. I'm just me. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit, oops, that's too much. So I'm going to spread that out. And I am going to just set this on there. Now, obviously, it's way too big, right? It's way too big. But that's okay, because I'm going to trim it. So now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this stamp that says, "Your kindness does not go unnoticed," and I'm going to just ink up the word kind with my Pacific Point marker. Again, I'm going to use the brush end, And I want to make sure I'm seeing this right. So there we go. K-I-N-D. And then I'm going to stamp it onto her t-shirt about in the middle and down kind of low. There we go. Is it perfect? No. Hello? Who's your demonstrator? Who is your demonstrator, people? And now I don't want to cut this completely off because I don't want her hair to like be in nothing land. And I am going to take and put some adhesive on the back of her hair, like so, just a little bit, so that it sticks to the t-shirt. But see, now the t-shirt, because I had that scrap, and here I still have another one that has the stitching, it looks like the stitching at the bottom of a t-shirt, right? Cool trick, huh? Yep, I thought so too. So, and now I am going, oh look, and I can cover up my boo-boo. So I am going to put it like so. Okay. And then attach her hat to the top. And again, I'm not worried about her nose because it's going to go on top, just like her wizarding friend. So, you know, we can pretend that this is the gnomes of Hermione and Harry. Okay. Oh. And then her little nose, which my t-shirt was a little short, so there's a little hole in there. So I'm gonna grab my thing so that when it schmutzes out, it doesn't make too big of a mess. There we go. Now nobody knows that there's a hole in the back. Look how cute she is. Isn't she cute? Now I could have put the kind up higher, but I just found that I made a lot of mistakes when I tried this. Oh, thank you, Susan. It's so nice to, you guys are like friends to me. I'm serious. I mean, I know you're customers and all that stuff, but you guys are my friends. So I appreciate you very much. By the way, Susan, I got your Christmas card. Thank you so much. It was so cute. I really liked it. Now, I tried to make her a little shorter than him, just for fun, and she is just a tiny bit. I moved him up so you see more of his legs. Oops, you see more of his legs than you do of hers. And then I have these little pieces of grass and things. So I have my old olive, and I am going to do the same thing because this has lines in it too. So I'm going to give this a little more dimension with some lines in the leaves. Boy, if I don't hold this in just the right way, I can't see my lines. The lighting down here this time of year for me is atrocious. And I've tried one of those spotlight things on my phone, and I know they probably work better, but I should try again. I just, you know, I am not spending a ton of money making my videos. I'm using what I have. So if you guys ever want to do like your own crafting videos, or I know that there's people that do sewing and knitting and all kinds of stuff like that, you don't have to get fancy. I have a stand, and I did buy a decent stand. I will say that. I have an Archon. But you don't even have to have a fancy stand. Seriously. So, and that's just how I feel about it. I don't make the big bucks like some of these girls do, so I'm not gonna spend big bucks when I've got people who like me just as I am. Crazy Carrie. Hey Lisa, on my Facebook page, my personal page, I actually had something pop up where I had decorated my office at DDI. Yep, it made me smile and think of all of my friends over there, like you, who I don't think you work there anymore either. So, okay. All right, so now I have my grass set up, and I've got quite a few of these long stems. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just be a little bit crazy with where I put these. So we're going to start like that because I had some oozing out. And I am just going to put some adhesive on both ends of my long stem there. And oops, it's being stinky. Really? Well, now there's glue there, so I guess this one goes here. Oh my golly. Where's my take your pick tool? That's what I should be having handy. Okay, here's another long one. And I'm going to put that one. Don't want them the same height, but not too far off. So, thank you for your patience. Did you guys tell me what you're doing for the holidays? I don't think I saw that. So let me know if you're doing anything fun and exciting. We are, us and our daughter are going over to one of our son's houses. He just started renting a trailer, actually. My daughter lives in a trailer too. It's funny how times change. That used to be like such a derogatory thing. Now it's like economy, hello. And my son's always been, if you guys remember, he's really been into like tiny houses and stuff. So for him, this is like the perfect place to live. So he's pretty happy. All right, see how I have that space there? This is why you just kind of play with stuff until you decide I can take another stem and make it go like that. And then you don't know that there was a space. This one doesn't seem to want to stick. So let's stick a little more glue down there. Hold it for a second. There we go. All right, I think that's enough on the stems. This one needs to scoot down some more though, if I can get it to. There we go. There. So now what am I going to do? Well, I have this little gem for my wizard's hat. So I'm going to put that on. But I don't want those stems to be naked. Because who wants naked stems unless you're Morticia Adams? That is not the way to go, right? So I have in my little pack of tools these adorable loose flower flourishes. So now I definitely do need my take your pick tool. So one second while I grab that. Here it is. Every time I use liquid glue, which is every time I craft, my fingertips are full of glue. But it's okay. I'm good with it. All right, so now I need to start attaching some flowers, right? So I was going to use some glue dots, which actually will dry faster. But I am going to use the liquid glue for right now. Stick that there. Let's do a purple one here. Lavenderish. I should be using the Stampin' Up names because you know that the colors match the Stampin' Up colors. Now those are going to be loose and movable for a minute, so that's why I'm being a little bit more careful with how I set them down. So it needs more flowers. So this is where I'm going to leave it for you guys for now, but I will show you another one that I did where I put a lot of flowers on. I'm going to put a little flower on her t-shirt while I am at it. I will give her which one is facing up? Here's a pink one. Give her a little pink flower right there. It wants to come up with this because the liquid glue doesn't grab it like a glue dot will. Oh, see, I just moved that one too. So you definitely have to let these dry when you're using the glue dots or the liquid glue. You definitely have to let them dry, or else they're going to move around. So if you're going to do this with the liquid glue and not glue dots, then you need to make sure you can leave your project without sticky fingers on something. I'm going to use this pointy end to move this where I want it. There we go. Okay, and then those will dry, and I could leave it with just those flowers, but let me show you my other project that I did with all the flowers, like a ton of them. Isn't that fun? And it's basically the same thing. I didn't give her kind was up higher, and I didn't put a flower on her, but what do you think? Do you guys like them? Let me zoom in now. I'm going to try to zoom in. My phone is definitely acting up. There we go. Okay, so those are my projects today. As always, you know you can shop at MemoryINKers.com. Oh my gosh! It's making me nuts. At MemoryINKers.com. And my hostess code for December 2013 is 6MUR7BT7. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked these. Okay. Have a wonderful week. You guys, don't forget, tomorrow is free shipping, $75 order or more. So if you're thinking about, you got to have this bundle, wait and buy it tomorrow. So, and the flowers. And then, go for it. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.